Oh, here we go. Comments. Hi Rachel. Hi Terry. Hi Joan. Hi Kat. How are you doing? Loopy Lou. Good evening. Paul. Good evening to you as well. You a bit outnumbered here tonight, Paul. Looks like it's ladies' night. Hi Sarah. You're definitely outnumbered, Paul. How are we all doing? It's Friday once more, thank God, to be honest with you. It's been one of them weeks. It's definitely been one of those weeks. Eleanor Outdoors, good evening. Leela, Let's Get Magnetic, good evening. James Russell, good evening to you as well. Thank you for joining everyone. Steve Parsons, good evening. As I say, it's been a hectic week. It's been a bit of a strange one this week. It's been very busy. The weather's been very on and off again. But we should be used to that in Britain anyway. Hi Dion, hi Lindsay, hi Cheryl. It doesn't get better just when you think the summer's on its way. No, we go backwards. Hi Corey, how you doing? We sort of go backwards and slip into that flipping horrible weather. As today has been very dry and very wet. So hi Lynn, how you doing? Hope you're feeling better now you're home. You need to take care of yourself. You really do. Get yourself some rest. Hi Tracy, how are you doing? But yes, Sunday is around the corner now. We are out Sunday. We've been invited out somewhere, a place I've never done before. And there's a river and a canal there, so that's interesting. But it's an area I've never done and always like a new area. Hi Donna, well done on getting the phone back to its owner. That's done well, being in the water that long and still working. Hi Jabba, how are you doing? Oh well, yeah, I've got a bit of a dodgy shoulder actually, but it ain't going to stop me going out Sunday. That's what they invented painkillers for, to hide the pain. Hi Gerd, how you doing? So yeah, we're going to a new area, an area I've never been before, and I'm going to give it a go. You never know. It's somewhere I've been near there, but never there. So, and we might have a few surprise guests there as well. I've been invited along, but there's a few other people that may turn up as well, and people you'll actually recognise as well, so we shall see. We'll play it by ear. Hi Gypsy, good evening to you as well. Hi Mary. So yes, let's hope Sunday is good. So remember a while ago I told you that I was going to do a bit of product testing, and I'm going to do them on a Tuesday evening. That's when the videos will go up. I've got a lot of things on the way to try out, and some of the things are going to be really interesting in the respect that it may help a lot of you with your channel as well. So I've got all the things coming. I've had confirmation. Everything is in the post to me. So I'm going to start doing something a little bit different. I'm not going to mix them with the magnet fishing videos. These are going to be separate videos on a totally separate day. Just trying out some new products and see whether or not, might help you out. And in all fairness, all the ones that are coming, they're pretty good prices as well. Got on Scotland Germany game. I'd close my eyes if it was a choice of watching football and that. I'd be closing my eyes. Hi Devota, Lassen man, good evening to you as well. Let's try and get through these comments. That'll be the front door. Nah, I don't recognise him. Can't be for me. Oh, where was we? Let me catch up with these comments and hopefully somebody will answer the door. Okay then, no, nobody. They're all ignoring the door. So whoever it is, they've gone away. Oh well. He didn't have a uniform on, so it doesn't matter. Right, let's have a look. Let's get back up with these comments and get on with it. Hope to be out this weekend. I know, I don't know what's the weather going to be like this weekend. I didn't actually look at the weather, to be honest with you. Let's have a look, see what it's going to be like. Let's see. So according to this, Sunday is going to be 18 degrees and not raining. Well, we all believe that, don't we? We all believe that. Right, got to keep up with these. It's like my doorbell, yeah. Yeah, that got put on there on Halloween and no one ever changed it, to be honest with you. Del Boys was better. I will get to these comments. Subscriber coming for an autograph. Well, he's gone away without one if it is, so don't know who it was, to be honest with you, but they've gone now, so guess we'll never know. The door here too. I know, it's typical of this house. Nobody answers the door, you know, everybody just ignores it. Nobody ever seems to want to answer the door for some reason. It's only me that answers it. It's like I came home earlier and a parcel had been delivered by Amazon, and they'd kindly put it in a plastic bag and threw it over the gate. So yeah, people do have a habit of ignoring the door here. Home after 36 miles. 36 miles? Bugger that. I find it half enough doing half a mile down a towpath. 113 degrees here. It's definitely not going to be that here, I can tell you that. I know, he's mad, hasn't he, Terry? 36-mile walk. It's bad enough doing a 36-mile drive. Definitely not for me, but... So, okay, it looks like the weekend's going to be good, and as I was saying before, we've got the tests coming, we've got things coming, we've got things to try. I'm quite looking forward to it, actually, because there's some really interesting things, and I think it's going to be a laugh just doing the test videos. And hopefully everybody on here can have a look, and we are trying to negotiate a discount code. I've already got one, so we're going to try and get a discount code for everyone, so if there's something you're interested in, then you can go for it. Get your act together. That's it, you tell them, Cat. Get your act together. Now 52, move it up. Yeah, come on, 18. That's a bit low, that is 18, isn't it? You know, you've come here instead of watching football, which I appreciate, but I mean, let's have a look. Is there anyone in the chat, apart from Jabba, that's a football fan? Let's see, let's ask that question. Skeeter, how you doing? I did Skeeter, they're actually in the chat. So come on then, let's see who is going to be watching the football. Let's just see if there is anyone. I need it, Nigel. Needed it? Oh, I wouldn't need that. Not me. Right, okay, here we go. So there's a bit of a delay in the comments, so let's see. There can't be a lot of football fans on here. Can't. Here we go, right. Oh, yeah, I forgot, Lee. Lynn, you're a bit of a football person. Hi, Nick. Nick only does it because it's blokes running around in shorts. That's the only reason. Not me. Can't stand football. There we go. Not me. Arsenal team. Okay, so that's 3 so far. 3. Definitely not football. I'm trying to stick pins in my eyes. It's sort of like football's sort of like a Marmite thing, isn't it? You either love it or you hate it. And to be honest with you, I think there's a lot more haters here, to be honest with you. Not a football fan, I follow Chelsea. You like a good scrap then, do you, John? Watching paint dry. Oh, there we go. Medieval Ladybird, good evening to you as well. I saw something on Facebook. It was probably one of Ben's, because Ben is one very avid user of Facebook. He loves sharing a lot of things, as our Ben. And it looked like the England team had just got off the plane, and he said, keep the engines running, we won't be long. And I did actually have a chuckle at that, to be honest with you. Maybe that's just my warped sense of humour, but, you know, it's probably right, that's the thing. If I've missed anyone and I haven't said hello to, I do apologise. Reading, yes, we know you're a Reading fan with your stickers, but either working or out and about. Well, I'd rather be out and about than flipping watching football. Can't write a meeting. What we find the goal corner, or what Wade? Well, see, gold is a little bit different to finding other things. Now, gold you are supposed to hand into the police and then follow the 28-day rule. You must use things like social media to try and find the owner of it. If you can't find the owner legally after 28 days, it becomes yours. That's what they say. Now, silver jewellery, no, they don't take silver jewellery. What you have to do is you still have to give it the 28 days and try and find the owner of it, and then legally it becomes yours. But there is a drawback to that, because I had this conversation with a policeman a while ago, and I asked him, I said, okay, so if I find gold jewellery, I've got to hand it in and wait the 28 days. If I find silver jewellery, I've not got to hand it in, but I've still got to try and find the owner of it. And he said, yeah, that's right. I said, so if I find 4 tonne of silver jewellery and I've tried 28 days and all of it and no one's come forward, does that mean that you won't do anything? He said, well, that's a little bit different if you've got that sort of quantity. So legally it becomes mine after 28 days, but if I've got 4 tonne of silver, then I've got a lot of explaining to do, apparently, which I find very weird. It's a very double standards thing, that. 1 minute you can keep it, but then if you get a lot of it, you can't keep it. But if you can't find the owner of it, then legally you can keep it. But they'd probably put it under the category of theft by finding. Lynn, that had nothing to do with me. I was sitting there minding my own business and Terry literally assaulted Ben for no reason. And it had nothing to do with me. Nothing to do with me. I don't care what people say. I was sitting there on my live stream minding my own business. So, Germany 1, Scotland 0. Oh, that's going to upset a few, that is. It's going to upset a few. Only have been one football match live on. It's snow because we're wet, cold and very boring. Have I ever been to watch I did watch a football match in the 70s. What are they called then? Oh, Earthenborough Diamonds they were called. Many, many moons ago. Such a posh club. You know, it was always standing. There was one little covered area. So, wasn't very good, to be honest with you. Wasn't very good. But, you know, it's one of those things. How many guns this year? I haven't got a clue, to be honest with you. I'm sort of not counting, really. I don't know how many I've had this year. I'd have to go back through my videos to see how many I've had. Job on 2 days. Oh yeah, I won't want to look after kids again for 2 days. No, I've done all that. Fortunately, no grandchildren yet. I'm sure that will come, and then I suppose I'll get right back into it. She was after, but I didn't do anything, Kat. You know, I'm sort of getting roped into this. Poor old Ben took a blow, and fatal, well, not fatal, near fatal blow to the head with a roll of kitchen towel, and it had nothing to do with that. Paul, I've got to play innocent because I didn't do anything wrong. I was sitting there minding my own business. Oh dear. She's going to have round 2 at this rate. Yeah. So yeah, nothing to do with me, but I haven't looked at the video footage yet because I'm not quite sure whether I've got the actual blow to the head yet, because my other camera was right over the other side and I was sitting there. I might have got it off the corner of my head cam. If I have, I will be sure to put it in the video and you can make your own mind up, and you'll see that this time I was completely innocent. Everyone's just trying to get me in trouble as usual. Well, she may have been aiming for me, Kat, but I didn't actually do anything to deserve it this time. I think she was just feeling a little bit aggravated that day. 4 grands and 3 great-grandchildren. I haven't got any at the moment. I'm hoping they take a vow of celibacy and then I'll be alright. Nag's Head? Yes, that's the pub that Delboy used to drink in. Mike was a landlord. I know exactly what the Nag's Head is. Come on, Paul, stop trying to stir it up and cause trouble when you know it's not justified. Okay, sorry, it's a Northants thing, I must admit, but it's purely team building. I don't think she's gonna let this one go for a while, you know. See you later, Dion. Have a good evening. What's left of it anyway? I didn't even see it come wallop. I didn't see it coming. I'm just hoping the corner of my head cam actually caught it, and then you can see a bit of inner city violence. Do I use power bank? Yes, I do. My camera's running for 9 hours. Usually after about an hour and a half, I just plug the battery pack in. I'll leave it going, and it keeps on all day. I've just got a new battery pack with USB-C charging. It's so much quicker. So yeah. Because I'm filming as well, you got to remember I'm in 4K. I'm 4K 30 frames per second. Takes a mass amount of the phone up to 200 gig on that, and yeah, it's very heavy on the battery when you're filming in that. But I usually get through 5 or 6 GoPro batteries, and with the tripod on camera, yeah, that's on charge most of the day. Wireless mics will run for about 7 hours. But I do then have to put that on charge, but that can charge while you're actually using it, but you do have to use a separate battery pack, because if you use the same one you do actually get a bit of a buzz on there. And then I have a battery pack to go on the one that I'm carrying, so carry a lot of batteries around, to be honest with you, but never going to run out of battery power. It's easy to get you in the end. Oh dear. He was still in shock. Still in shock now, aren't you, Ben? Aaron has actually left the group, I will tell you now. You will see him in the next 2 videos, but Aaron has moved on. So after the next 2 videos, that's the last you'll see of him in my videos. He's made a decision, it's his choice, and he has moved on. So there we go, I've put it out there now. A few of you already noticed, because there was conversation of it on the Facebook group the other day. So it's me, Terry and Paul now. Need a glass to get you around. Hi George, how are you doing? Thanks Shannon for me as well. She will know exactly what you mean. Yeah, I think I'll take 3 battery packs with me, but I only ever use... Actually, no, I'll take 4 with me, but I use 3 of them. But it's always good to have a backup. No comment, Nick. No comment. Canon, I will probably get round to in the summer holidays when I've got a little bit more time. Fairburn Sykes. Yeah, I had one of them. Where did I get mine from? Oxford. Oxford is where I found my Fairburn Sykes. Amazing how them actually appear in the waterways. I think that's one that James Pearson got, and he has these all restored in a thing. It's really good. But yeah, I did have one. I actually gave mine away as well. It's really appreciated though, George. Yeah. I'm going to get you a little care package together for that. Oh yes, Jabba's magnet. I still need to rescue that sometime as well. I think everybody's had a go at it so far, but we know where it is. One day we will find a way. And then that means, Ben, don't leave your magnet in the water while you're standing around talking, especially when the current was that strong. Now, but it's okay, everyone, because I've lent him the Evo Extreme, so he has got a magnet now. So I want to see him swing that round his head because there's quite a bit of weight there. Paul has a wonderful time in his last bit. He did. Paul did do well in this video behind me, actually. If you haven't watched Wendy's video, go over there and have a look. Paul had an awesome find, even before I'd got me magnet in the water. Yeah, funny day this one was. This is one where we went to a place first. We thought it looks really good. It's old, everything going for it. So did all the boaters. I can honestly say I have never seen so many boats in one area before. There must have been 200 or 300 boats all around the area. Wherever we walked along that area, we could not find anywhere we could actually put a magnet in. It was that busy. So I think that's going to be a winter one. I think hopefully in the winter it'll quieten down a bit. A lot of the boats will go into storage or wherever boats go when it comes to winter. But yeah, we are looking forward to doing that one, but it's going to be a while because we're going to have to go and check it out. So it looks like I'm going to have to drive to it on the Saturday to see whether it's going to be clear for the Sunday. But yeah, that will be good. That definitely will be a good place to try. We left there, we went to Cambridge, we went down to the Green Dragon Bridge. We had to go there. Now, I did do that quite a while ago, but we give it another go. And then a bloke come down and said, you do realise there's a boat regatta starting soon? And I was like, oh, not again. So we moved on again. So really, we didn't start fishing until the afternoon, to be honest with you. That's what it seemed like, so we're just moving around all the time. But it works out well in the end. Paul did really well. We pulled a lot of rubbish out. And at the end of the day, the main thing is, even if we don't get all these amazing finds all the time, it doesn't matter because the rubbish comes out, and more that we get out, the better the waterways are. Hi, Eleanor, how you doing? Hi, Stuart. But yes, it's a good video. Paul's find was awesome, and I got my first drone. Now, I did say on the video that there was a memory card in there. There was a memory card in there. Scanned this one. I thought, even if there's nothing on there, it's a free memory card. And yeah, I was right. There was nothing on there. But I did get myself a free memory card. So if you did lose your drone there, the memory card survived, but your drone didn't. Your drone was a mess, but your memory card was fine. Ooh. A Victorian find yesterday. Well done. I'm sure that'll be out in about 7 weeks, George. I think you've got more footage than I have. Well, that's what it's all about, isn't it? Having the fun. You know, it's why you go out, to have a laugh. You know, yeah, it's great. It's nice to find things. Yeah, got it. But as long as you're having a laugh. I mean, personally, I don't think I could go out on my own and go magnet fishing. I would find that quite mundane and boring, to be honest with you. You know, so, and it's not always about the finds. The company, clearing the waterways, getting the rubbish out, and if you get a good find, that's just an added bonus. That really is. Now, I was speaking to someone earlier in the week, and they're saying that some of the stuff that, well, what I take for granted, because they're saying you found one of them, you found, and they're saying that's like their bucket list find. And I think that's what it is, because I was quite spoilt when I first started, because around my area there wasn't many people doing it. I spent months going around my area, and Terry Spike Nigel's tea, what's that about? Blimey, evil. But yeah, I was quite spoilt, and some of the things that I throw away, yeah, a lot of people do say they'd love to find one of them, but I don't know, I don't tend to keep a lot. I give a lot of stuff away, to be honest with you. And it's something that, you know, I'm not a massive collector. I just enjoy doing it, and that's, you know, why I do it. Inspired24, how are you doing? Have you ever fished Lincolnshire? Yes, I have once. Two Brothers Treasure Magnet Fishing. Good evening. Doing very well, thank you. Might scoot it before. Okay, fair enough. But yeah, so it is awkward. Now, Donna on here, on the other hand, she collects everything. I mean, no offence, Donna, but you are a hoarder, but you do some amazing work with the bits you find, you see. Exactly, you've got to have a good laugh. But Donna, you do take a lot of stuff home, and you do some fantastic cleanups. And some of the restro jobs and repurposing jobs that you and Jay do are absolutely brilliant, to be honest with you. Yeah, I had you on here a couple of years ago, and you went through some of them, but some of the work that you do with the stuff, absolutely brilliant. I just wouldn't have the time to do anything like that. No worries, you have coffee. I don't know when I want coffee now. I might ask for things in a sealed container this week. That's it, yeah. The scrap man always does well. Even on a bad week, he does well. I mean, last week, we moved around a bit again last week, but this is going to get more and more common with magnet fishing. People are going to go to places that have been heavily done and find they're not as good as they hope. Now, the first place we went to, beautiful place, beautiful area, beautifully clean water, which is good. You know, in some respect, it is good. It's just as a magnet fisher, the one thing you don't want is clean water. But we went to another place. We went to 1, 2, 3 locations there, and the last one really paid off. Let's just say it was definitely a left-handed day. Paul and Jabba will agree. Right, is you couldn't do it this week left-handed. Oh, I did it. Oh, I got some amazing things, amazing things. You will see one of them on the video because Paul's been cleaning it up for me, and it is amazing. It's awesome. But it was definitely a left-handed person day, because what it was, we was fishing right next to an area which was private. Now, you couldn't actually get onto that area to fish. Being left-handed, I could throw heavily into that area, and believe me, it worked. It really worked. I've done that area before. You know, like I say, the backup plan was to go there if the first place didn't work, and I have really done that area hard. But being able to throw that extra distance to the side I wanted to go to definitely 100% paid off. Hi, Sean. Good evening, Raymond. I hope you've recovered from your little trip abroad. Running out of house and garden. Yeah, I said you like to keep a few things, but you've done some amazing work with them. I'll try and get down these. Yeah, well, wait till the weather gets better, and you can give us a tour of your garden then, because I mean, if anyone went over your garden with a magnet, I think you'd lose your garden. I know, and I'd hit that spot as well, but I hit it again Sunday, and it did really well, so... Hi Phil, how are you doing? I'm a lefty. It would have paid, George, honestly. Definitely didn't work for a right. Hello, Iowa. Comments that keep freezing. There we go, they're off again. Oh, come on, my comments are froze now. Oh, there we go, we're off again. We're off again. So yeah, that video will be out in about 3 or 4 weeks. Tomorrow's video, that's another one where we moved as well. Seems to be doing a lot of moving around at the moment, but it definitely paid off. It worked in the end. Like anything, you've got to do a bit of searching, you've got to do a bit of moving, finding new areas. It's always more complicated now. The video that we come after the next 2, that was an area we'd never done before, and that was an amazing day. That really was. Me and Paul were sort of having a game of ping pong, because I found something, then he found something, I found something, he found something, and there's something on that video. Now, on the day when we'd done a Google Lens image of it, now we thought we knew what it was. Now we're not sure what it was. So when the video comes up, we are going to need your help on that, because we're going to need you to try and help us identify what it is. Now, it does have writing on it. We are still looking, but it's getting really, really complicated to try and find it. So, but that will be in about a week and a half's time. You will see that thing. So we're hoping that you, as the community, are going to be able to identify it. And if you could, that would be fantastic, because it's really starting to bug us now. It really is. Your dog's barking. He keeps looking. My dog's always bark. Ethan makes us all drinks. Got to be joking. He's got the fiance round. No, he's probably fetching her one, because he has to do as he's told. Hi Donna, how you doing? Every time anyone walks around in it, those dogs have to bark. So when the front door does get opened, I think it scares most people off, because they're all trying to get to the door. And they're very loud, as you've heard in the past. I'm not surprised, John. Yeah, you go and get yourself into a warm bath and relax. Blimey, I think I'd need a stretcher after walking that many miles, but well done anyway. Bit late. I know I am terrible at trying to watch other people's videos. Like I say, a lot of the time I don't actually listen to them. I do a playlist, watch them. I actually listen to people's videos, because it's having the time. Today I didn't finish work till late. I didn't even want to work today, but I had no choice. But you've just got to get just like 10 weeks of footage. You've got a lot more than I have. Yeah, work is relentless at the moment. The weather is so up and down, and in my job that really does cause problems. It will. You can't really strip someone's car down when it's pouring down with rain, so you end up sort of pulling a bit of it apart. It rains, you put it back together again, you pull it apart. It's an absolute nightmare. I must admit, I had one of those quick up gazebos. I paid a lot of money for it. I got the weights for it, because obviously, you know, you tend to use them more in the winter. It blew off down the road with the weights still on it. So yeah, that weren't good. That was an expensive twisted gazebo. And the other thing is, it was a little bit wider than like a car is, so therefore it was a problem when you was in narrow streets. But you just have to suck it up, put your coat on, and get on with it. Oh, my dog's mad. Oh, they're complete lunatics. Absolute. I work a night shift on weekends and work 12 and a half hours. They're long days. Long days. You'll be catching up with me soon. Aren't all dogs mad? Has anybody on here actually got a sane dog? I thought they were all a little bit crazy. Hi Tim, how you doing? UK doing food challenges. Yeah, I've done a few of them as well. I have. That's a point actually. I have actually got some things for some challenges. Don't think they're going to taste very good. These ones. They're not very British. They're that not British that I can't even read what most of them are. You just look at the picture and imagine what it could be. So that's probably a good thing, because sometimes you don't want to know what you're eating, because those dried fish was horrible. How anyone could enjoy eating them, I don't know. Oh, 2 days of thunderstorms. That's something to look forward to, isn't it? Actually, I do like a thunderstorm. It's been many a times where I've actually sat out in the garden under the patio umbrella watching a thunderstorm. Love us. You got to love a thunderstorm. How can you not love a thunderstorm? Mine is crazy scared of other dogs. Our smallest dogs, they're not really afraid of anything, because they try. If a push bike goes by with somebody on it, oh, that's it. They're going for them. One of them jumps for lorries and buses and things like that, because it just thinks, you know, it's so big it's going to stop at bus. I don't think it would, but yeah, they can be a little bit mad. Dogs can be a little bit crazy. All dogs are crazy, but that's what makes them fun. Yeah, I've got cats as well. I got asked, can we have a dog? I didn't say yes 7 times, but we've ended up with 7 dogs. See, look, people do like thunder. behave with the food challenge. I could do, couldn't I? Because there's going to be a few of us there Sunday because we've had an invitation. So maybe I should bring some things and we can try them. I'll make sure I bring the fish stuff, Paul, because I know you like a bit of fish. No. Had a bit of an accent with you Jarrah. Should who? I put it in my box, didn't I, Ben? It doesn't survive integrity in an Evo 80 in the same box with a glass jar. And my God, that really did stink. I had to steam clean my box out because it stank so bad. So yeah, with a name like that, I think it smelt like it as well. Can't beat a good thunderstorm. No, you can't. You definitely can't. It stinks, Terry. Honestly, I had a broken jar of it in my box, and the smell was unbelievable. Yeah, it's like some sort of pasty stuff, but God, it stinks. There we go. See, look, everybody loves a good thunderstorm. Thank you very much, Tracy, and everybody. You've got to go over to Tracy's page and have a look. Come on, Trace, give it a shout. You've done plaques for people all around the world in this community. You're a pain because you won't take payment for them either, which just the sort of person you are. You're an amazing one. You've done plaques. I've got that many of them. I think you've done plaques for nearly every magnet fishing channel worldwide. So head over to Maple Leaf Magnet Fishing, I think it is. Correct me if I'm wrong. Most people do. But yeah, she does some amazing work. So do I, Paul. I do as well. No, okay. Hi, Shez, how you doing? Pickled egg. I like pickled eggs, though. Pickled eggs wouldn't be a problem. Paul doesn't like fish. Mind you, after Terry's holiday, I don't think Terry likes fish either. I think that's what gave her a bit of a dicky stomach, because Paul's all right, because he didn't eat the fish. Go on holiday. Oh, I don't know. I don't think if we could all put up with each other for a week. Blimey, I think we'd drive each other crazy. With a name like that. Fish has holes. Ooh, 1940s. No, I think that'd be a bit weird. My parents had 14 dogs. It's definitely not a competition. You can have that. You can have that award. You can definitely win that one because mine's numbers are not going to increase. At the moment, Ethan's Beyonce's round, so we have 9 here. So I don't want any more. Really don't want any more. I knew that. Hey, it's Rocky Did Fish. You'll see that on the next video. Rocky Did Fish. I think he's on the next one. It's the next one or the next one. But yeah, Rocky was there. He had a cool find, actually. You'll see that in the video. Yeah, if Nick's coming, then I'm going to have to save something for the challenge, and I definitely. Better late than never. Definitely. And I see you've emptied the trailer, Dave. See, when you originally filled that a year ago, there was like 1/4 ton in it. When you came down to meet us on the next video, there was about 1/8 ton because it had rusted away. It had been there so long. Tracy is a legend. Tracy's awesome. I haven't seen her for a while. I think the last time was when I fished for the last September sort of time, I think. Or it might have been August. I can't remember. Yes, but I went up to Manchester with my daughter for the day. I dropped her where she needed to go and met up with Tracy and Mr. Mad Houlihan. Oh, we had a cracking time. Hi, Faye. Doing fine, thank you. Doing fine. Late as Mary. Busy doing motorbike, blooming hell. Oh, there's no stopping you, is there? But fair play to her, she does brilliant work. And I'm sure if anybody on here has not seen one of Tracy's plaques, I would be asked, have you been in prison for the last few years? But if you've got a channel and you've got a logo and you haven't got one of Tracy's plaques, you really should get in touch with her, because she has covered everybody. I think I've probably got about 15 of her plaques, but amazing they are. I need to stop changing things since you want to keep doing more plaques. But no, Tracy, you are awesome. You're such a nice person, so kind to everyone, and your plaques have literally gone worldwide. All in white. What, Nick? You obviously don't know her that well then, Paul. Who's crazy? No one's crazy in here. A little bit strange, but not crazy. Actually, no. You can't actually do it. That's the problem. There is what they call the inner mile. The inner mile, you can't magnet fish it. You're not allowed to touch the inner mile, and that's why they're quite harsh on mudlarking as well. You see, because they have to have licenses to do it. There's so many rules you've got to abide to. It's just called the inner mile of London. You cannot magnet fish. I'd love to do it because I bet there's some amazing stuff in there, but unfortunately, no, you can't do it. I mean, Tower Bridge might need a long rope, but you know what? I'd give it a go. I really would. If I had half the chance, I would definitely give it a go. Good evening, Stuart. Going in the curry. Well, Jabber, if he'd weighed it in sooner, you would have got more, because all that powder at the bottom, that used to be metal, but it's been there that long. For some reason, I'm watching magnet fishing just as much as mudlarking. They are very similar in a way, apart from one, you have to look a lot harder with magnet fishing. You just throw a magnet in and see what comes out, and I don't know, it doesn't matter how much I do it, how many times I've been, where I've been, I still love doing it every week. And I'm sure there's a lot of you on here, you've probably had many different hobbies in your time, and you know, they sort of phase out and you sort of lose interest in them. It's definitely not happened for me in magnet fishing. See, I used to have a hobby which was searching abandoned mines. And what we used to do is find abandoned mines. We actually found one that had been closed since 1929, and with some very old rough pictures and snow. Snow really helped us find the entrance to that, because when a land is covered in weeds and things like that and plants, you can't actually see like the levels of the land. But when the snow went on there, you could actually see a dip in the land where all the snow was sitting, which made our job much easier. We spent 2 weeks digging a hole, and eventually this spade went through and we found the entrance to this mine. It had been closed since, I think, 1929. Over the next 2 weekends, we dug out enough. We made a reinforced entrance way, because we've got to go in quite a way into this mine. So we reinforced it with wood to stop any of the ground above falling in on us. We covered it in plants, we covered it in trees. We had to hide it because it was very near a footpath. I didn't want any kids finding it. And we went back one Friday evening about 10 o'clock in the pitch black, because it doesn't matter when you're going underground, and we removed the bars that they'd put there to stop you getting in with a hammer and chisel and a car jack. We removed the bars and we went in there. One thing that was a problem was the air in there was so bad, because it had been closed for a long time, that we couldn't actually stay in there long because carbon monoxide levels were through the roof. So we managed to make a sort of a vent hole, and we left it for a few weeks, and we went back and we went in there, and I still got pictures of it. I remember going in there. Now all the books are around to say that that mine was actually an old ironstone mine. Well, it wasn't, because I took a professor of geology down there, because I got talking to someone else, and he told me to get in touch with this guy, and he went in there and said it was actually a limestone mine. So the book that was written by a guy called Eric Tonks, who was like, he's the man that knows all about abandoned mines in the UK, he got it wrong. His book was wrong, but I couldn't actually tell anyone because I shouldn't really have been in there. Now, we explored that quite a lot. The air was bad. It really wasn't good, to be honest. You couldn't spend a lot of time in there. But we went in there. This professor of geology, there'd been a massive roof collapse. Now, I would say probably about 15 tonne had fell out the ceiling. So you sort of looked up and there's a massive hole in the ceiling. But you had to go over this part of roof collapse to get to the other side to get to the tunnels of the mine. Well, he stood up on top of this pile picking at the ceiling, showing us all the different layers that were there, and he was saying like the Jurassic Age and things like that. He was pulling out roots of plants, and fascinating what he knew. I just didn't fancy standing under a roof collapse and poking bits out of it, but you know, he did. And I'll tell you what, when the air was getting bad, and that's when you start to make a sharp exit for the entrance so you can get a bit of oxygen back in your system, he actually stayed in there. Now, this was an old guy, he was in his 60s. He'd got sweat pouring off him. But he lasted longer than me and my mate. So, yeah, we spent a lot of time in that mine. It was heavily flooded. It was very difficult. You couldn't go too far because of the flooding in there. And we had a good look round. Now, once we'd finished there, we sort of partially closed it. It remained hidden for over 5 years before anyone found the entrance. And then people started going all in there, all over YouTube. Got closed. Sort of like the other mines that we explored. I mapped over 4 miles underground of one mine, and that got closed as well. They actually, nice of them, they put signs out there telling you the date they were going to close it. So basically, don't go down there because we're going to close it on this date. And yeah, I did a bit of that. We went and done one more. Actually got lost underground. It was not a nice feeling, and air was bad, and we were quite far in, and that put me off the hobby. Once we did actually, as well, I'm here obviously, so we did find a way out eventually. It's not a nice feeling being lost underground, and that was the end of mining, to be honest with you. You sort of lose your bottle. That near-death experience sort of puts you off a little bit. Got lost in capture mine. There we can see, it's so easy to get lost in a mine. That's the thing. Week's work coming from him, blimey. I'll try and get up with these comments again. £200 bomb on Wake Islands, 12 years. That's a good blooming fine, that is. So yeah, mining is fun. But I'd go with somebody who knows what the hell they're doing. Who's got a good oxygen meter as well. And you know the mines are safe because they've been checked. These things have been closed for so long that they weren't safe at all. They really weren't. The thing of a pit and stall sort of mine configuration is where they just do a crosshatch pattern, or one's that way or one's that way. When they're finished in the mine, generally what they do is they will actually shave them pillars, because the pillars are quite big. They're probably about 10 foot wide. They'll start cutting them down and cutting them down until there's a bit of a roof collapse. So that the bit of ore that they've left in there, they will actually do it where they'll cut them slimmer and slimmer to extract as much as the ore on the way out. But part of that is roof collapses. Now, a lot of the time you'll go in there, you'll see there was beams of wood that was holding the ceiling up with plank at the top with 2 uprights. The 2 uprights are partially rotted away and the plank's laying on the floor, and you still sort of ignore it and still walk in. I looked at one, there was actually a big dip. You could see the wood that was holding it up was actually split, so you knew that there was a lot of weight gone on there, and yeah, we still went in. But that's the silly things you do when you're younger, isn't it? Wouldn't do it again now, no. A hobby outside in the fresh air is a lot better than underground, splitting headache, coughing and not breathing properly. So, but it was good, it was good. Yeah, the drone wasn't any good last man. It was proper rotten, that was. Bread pudding on there. God, you've got quite a reputation with that bread pudding, Terry. Exactly, yeah. You're right, Jabba. Once you're lost, you're lost. You see, what we used to do was a very simple thing. I learnt it off somebody else. Use glow sticks. You get glow sticks, you push them in the ground when you go down the straight like that. Every 100 metres, you put a glow stick in the ground. Can't go wrong. When you come back, you walk across the end bits and you look down all the corridors, you'll see the glow stick. That's your way out. Glow stick fell over. So as I went by, quick look down, no, not that one, not that one. And we kept walking. and we walk straight past. But we've got like 30 different pieces it can be down there, and you start to get slightly disorientated because you're thinking, have I gone too far? Have I not gone far enough? And you start questioning yourself. And the deeper you get in, I mean, we're probably 3/4 of a mile underground by now, and yeah, it's not good. It's not good. But I wouldn't advise it as a hobby. It's not a good hobby, but it was fun at the time. It was fun. American restaurant that does traditional fish and chips. Half of them over here don't do traditional fish and chips anymore either. I'll never get lost in soybeans, so I get turned around easily. I'm not a fan of confined space. No, I couldn't do that potholing thing that people do. Squeeze all the way down between the rocks and realise they can't get out, so they've got to come all the way back in. No, potholing, I won't be up for that. Definitely won't be up for potholing. So, oh yeah, I saw that Ray has been out today. He's always out, that bloke. He's non-stop. Glow sticks don't always last long though. They weren't bad glow sticks, they weren't cheap ones, but yeah, I didn't push it in the ground further, they do fall over. Actually, Terry, now, some of the mines around the ones we were going to, they closed all the entrances. They only left one entrance, which they didn't actually know about, because it's one we actually cut open ourselves to get in there. Now, back in 2010, it was a good squeeze to get through. Now, you're only little, you'd get in there all right. Maybe we should go one day and you can pop in and have a look. Don't think I'll be popping in there anymore, but it was, yeah, if you fancy it, I'll take you there and you can have a bit of a mooch around inside. I remember when we was looking for them, we knew there was 5 mines around the area, and we managed to find 3 of the places. And there was this really steep bank, and generally with the mines, they are down in a valley, the entrances, because then they sort of tunnel under the ground. And I started going down this really steep bank, and you know that feeling when you start walking it and it's okay, and then you sort of pick up speed, and I went running past, and I tripped over. I was doing a barrel roll, and I looked over while I was doing this barrel roll, and I saw the entrance to it, and that's how I found that one. It was quite fun at the day. No chance of getting lost. You'd hope not, wouldn't you? You'd definitely hope not. Last weekend, yeah. That's a good point, that is. That's a good point. Ben kept saying you was coming, you was on your way, you was like on the M40, and we never saw you. Just repotted an 80-year-old cactus. My mum used to like cactuses. She had so many weird cactuses, but she was definitely into them. See, I don't think so. It's probably one plant I could keep because you don't have to do anything with them. Well, she couldn't really get lost, Paul. Just shove her through the hole and she walks. No, I don't think Terry would do it. No, definitely not. When you're not magnet fishing, you're into radio controlled tanks. That's a different one. That's definitely a different one. Jabber is always late in all fairness. Only the one time we went to Sheffield, and I think he must have slept in his car around the corner, because it's the furthest he's ever travelled to magnet fish, and he was there early. It was worrying. Yeah, that's going to be one big tank when he's done that. I'm a bit worried how he's going to get it out of the living room, to be honest with you. Late night boozing. But, yeah, didn't really get into radio control cars. That's not a hobby I like. But anyway, we're about ready to wrap this up. So we're out Sunday. We are meeting a few people. We've been invited. And we're dragging a few more along just for the hell of it. So I think we're going to have a fantastic day. It's a new area. I've never touched it before. There is a river and a canal. If it doesn't pay, it doesn't matter, because the company, the people we're going to meet, are absolutely brilliant, and we always have a fun time when we meet them. And if someone else comes along, a really good friend of mine as well, you probably haven't seen him for a while either, but hopefully he'll pop along. We'll be out doing the river. If the river don't pay, there's always the backup for some modern day rubbish in the canal, but it's going to be good. So I'm going to leave it there now. I'm going to end this. Tomorrow night's video, 9 o'clock. That is a good one. That was a lovely sunny day, that was. And Dave even made an appearance, which is always good, because I've seen him twice this year. So that is a lot better than before. So everybody, don't forget, if you've not subscribed to the channel, make sure you do. Testing Tuesdays is coming soon. So once these products arrive, I'll get the videos done. I'll start showing you some of the products, some of the things that I think will help you towards your channel, things that, you know, could improve things a lot. What they're going to be like, who knows, but let's just hope they're good. So 9 o'clock tomorrow for the premiere. If not, I will catch you Sunday for the live stream. There's going to be a few there, but we're going to have a laugh. So thank you all for joining, and I will see you on Sunday, and I'll talk to you tomorrow on the premiere. Thanks everyone.